Enhanced Autopilot is creeping onto vehicles. Software 8.1 is delayed to late January. Tesla execs throw an investor event, and much, much more. Happy New Year, everyone. Here are your Tesla tidbits for January 2nd, 2017. So the last two show days of 2016 gave me a whole lot of nothing. And then we get hammered with news between then and today. C'est la vie, I guess. I've tried to boil down the news dump as best I can and as concisely as possible, so let's get started. We kick things off with a pair of Electrek stories on Enhanced Autopilot and software version 8.1. It seems that Tesla is sort of making good on the promise of having full autopilot functionality restored to Hardware 2 vehicles in December. A trial group of 1,000 owners received the software enabling traffic-aware cruise control, forward collision warning, and a low-speed version of auto steer. Kendall Kane, an Electrek reader, sent them some screen grabs of the release notes. Interestingly, they admit that this is the first phase of deployment. Quote, "The first phase of enhanced autopilot features is now available on your vehicle. We've designed these new autopilot features to give you more confidence behind the wheel, increase your safety on the road, and make driving in traffic less frustrating. Similar to the autopilot function in airplanes, you need to maintain control and responsibility of your vehicle while enjoying the convenience of autopilot in Model S." End quote. Tesla then added via PR, quote, "These features operate on a new hardware and software platform. Therefore, their rollout will be measured and cautious until we have generated confidence across several 100 million miles of real-world usage. Enhanced Autopilot will become better over time as this experience is gained and corner cases are addressed. In the meantime, it is particularly important that you remain vigilant and in control when using driver assistance features," end quote. This approach is in line with the one used with the initial release of Autopilot, as the hardware was on the cars long before the update was pushed to enable it. Once enough data was gathered and they were confident, it was released to the owners. So we shouldn't be surprised by this approach. It's basically the Autopilot playbook. In another bit of software we're waiting on, it appears that software 8.1 will be making us wait a bit longer. Elon answered a tweet wondering where the new platform was and responded, quote, "Late January along with the Linux kernel upgrade," end quote. So we still have time to wait before getting the new UI refresh, Autopilot highway exit, and who knows what other unannounced goodies are out there. Tesla tweeted out a belated Christmas gift to owners still finalizing purchases, quote, "If you couldn't finalize your purchase by 12/31, you can still order a Model S or X until 1/15 to receive unlimited supercharging," end quote. So if you're in the purchase process, you've got a 15-day reprieve to get your stuff in order and enjoy the free juice for life. Teslarati reports on an investor event being held at the Gigafactory, and it probably has some not coincidental timing. Wednesday, January 4th, is the date for an invite-only investor event being held at the Sparks Gigafactory. Elon Musk and JB Straubel will be in attendance at the event and will be speaking with investment analysts. The timing is brilliant as CES starts the next day, just a hop, skip, and a jump away in Las Vegas. Hopefully we get some juicy tidbits from the event to start the new year off right. Unfortunately, I don't have all good news in the first show of 2017. Eons ago, back in episode 80, I brought you the story of Tesla losing a court battle over its dealer license in Missouri, and that Tesla would appeal. The St. Louis Post-Dispatch reports that Tesla was denied its motion to stay the judgment during the appeal process. This means that the license could not be renewed, and the existing license expired on December 31st. On appeal, Tesla says it plans to immediately ask the appeals court to stay the trial court's decision in order to, quote, "prevent an immediate and unnecessary loss of jobs, tax revenue, consumer convenience, and consumer choice for Missourians." Tesla has been selling cars in Missouri for almost 4 years and employs numerous people at its Missouri sales locations. "We do not believe that we should have to close up those sales operations while the Court of Appeals considers whether we may continue selling in the state," end quote. It's unclear at this time what will be happening to those sales locations if the appeal stay is not granted. Finally, 3 quick hitters to end the day. I missed this one over Christmas holiday weekend, and for obvious reasons, I can't leave it alone. As we know, the Roadster was conspicuously absent from the Master Plan Part 2, and many were saddened by its absence. But Twitter user @GelPrins gave everyone great joy when his question asking whether there will be a new Roadster was answered. Elon stated, quote, "Some years away, but yes," end quote. Now let's dream for just a moment. The Roadster was released in 2008, did 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds, and had a range of 220 miles on the production prototype. Let's just say, for sake of argument, that we get the new Roadster in 2025. With 17 years of experience, new technology available, Would it be outrageous to think we get a car doing 0 to 60 in 2 seconds or less and capable of a 300-mile range at the same time? I don't think so. Next up, citing his incredible ambition to solve some of Earth's largest problems, the Next Web has named Elon its Tech Person of the Year. Pair that up with Tesla also receiving Consumer Reports' highest car brand owner satisfaction award, and the company's had quite a year. And last quick hitter, as I was tooling around the design studio tonight, I noticed that custom order Model S deliveries are now being quoted for mid-March, regardless of options selected. Could be a few reasons for this. Firstly, Tesla may have had an amazing end of year and has a lot of cars to deliver in January and February. However, I think and hope the more likely scenario is the factory setup for Model 3 is beginning and may be taking labor away from the Model S assembly lines. While I certainly want to see Model S flying out of Fremont, any sign that the gear up for Model 3 is beginning is music to my ears. And that's it for this long first episode of the new year. Make sure you check out the links to today's full stories in the show description. If you get some value out of the show, please consider supporting me at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. Thanks to my super patrons John Waldhauer and Drew Schuyler for their support at the $10 plus level. As usual though, if you have no spare change, it's no big deal. You can still support the show for free with positive reviews and by spreading word of the show. If you have feedback for me, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits. That's it for today. See you back here again tomorrow. Until then, keep it charged and hit the road.